archway and 3-meter shoulders, which will also be asphalted. We promise that we will endeavor to deliver the project on time and according to the standards and specifications required. And this cannot happen without the cordial support of all the traditional rulers, kings, community leaders, and members who have always showed us continuous support during the execution of our previous 3 commissioned roads in Eche under Mr. Project's administration. Finally, I once again would like to thank His Excellency for the great opportunity given to us to be partners in the infrastructural development works his administration is carrying out in River State. We promise to always discharge our professional duties promptly. Thank you and Merry Christmas.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give his speech, may I respectfully invite the Governor of River State, His Excellency Yusuf Ezewawike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, GSSRS, Power Sports Africa.
Your Excellency, our special guest of honor, our in-law, the Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the State, the Right, the Honorable Speaker of our State's House of Assembly, the Chairman of our party, distinguished senators, and members of the National Assembly that are here, the Special Advisor to the Governor of Oyo State on Political Matters, my brother, hallelujah. Chairman of Council, the Chair Local Government, and other chairmen that are here, Chairman of River State Traditional Rulers Council, and members of the Council, particularly the Oishe of the Che land, and your Council of Chiefs that are here, leaders of the Che ethnic nationality and our party that are here, the Bishop of the Che diocese, our leaders in the states that are here, our dear beautiful women, and our youths that have come today to give us support, the management of Satraco, Nigeria Limited, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Neche Chikao! Neche Chikao! Chikao! First of all, on behalf of the government and people of the state, let me sincerely appreciate and thank our brother, our son-in-law, who have agreed today to come in spite of the task schedule, knowing fully well this is the Yeltu period. Activities are going on in virtually all the PDP states. But you have decided to come identify with us today to flag off this 27.1 kilometer federal road, from Chokocho to Ibodo, federal road. Your Excellency, the Che local government is the food basket of the state. Your Excellency, I'm sure you have stayed in River State. You have both part of your lives in Rivers State, you know this local government, this is one of the abandoned local governments, just like the Commissioner of Works has said before. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. When I came here last time, I did say to the people of Eche that before my administration would end, one of the roads that I must start and complete is Chokocho Ibodo Road. So many people have thought it's one of those political statements. I have told my people, I have told anybody who cares that whatever promise we make, God is infinite mercy, will give us the strength, will give us the wherewithal to start and finish and complete the promise and fulfill the promise we have made to the people. Today is 20th of December 2021. The contract was signed with Central Coal Nigeria Limited is for the projects to be completed in 12 months' time. And therefore, I have paid the contractor 40% of the money. And so I believe with the dry season, the contractor should do all he can within the next 3 months at least to see that tangible work has been done before the rains will set in. Because in Rivers State, you never can know when the rain season will start. So use this opportunity you have to make sure the people benefit from it. And let me also say that I implore, I plead with the people of Eche to please give support to the company. Let there not be any problem where the company will say, well, because of the crisis, I have pulled out. Don't allow it to happen. When it happens, who will suffer? The people of Eche will suffer. So this is an opportunity to rally around and take this project as your project. Because you have suffered for quite a long time. Look at how bad the road has been. This is federal government road, it is not state government road. But we said our people cannot continue to suffer. The mere fact that the federal government does not want to help us does not mean that we will not help ourselves. Eche is one of the oil producing communities, one of the oil producing local government. And therefore, there's no way the federal government can forget a local government like this. What is their benefit for the federal government? What is their benefit from the oil? Nothing. Just one federal road they have, nothing can be done to it. I'm here and I've come here to solve the problem. Take your project to be there and be there. We shall deliver you. When you put your trust in me, take your project to be there and be there. I hear one of your boys, one of your sons, they say he's based in Abuja. He came with FEMA. To come and post land. To say that look, FEMA wants to do maintenance. We are talking about a job of 14 billion naira. We are talking about giving you a corner of 600 million naira for maintenance. To deny our people a good road, may God forgive that boy. May God forgive that boy. May God forgive the enemies of the faith. For they don't know what they are doing. You want to play politics with the future of your local government. You want to play politics with the future of your community, with your people. It's unfortunate. Wherever you go, remember, home, now home. Wherever you are, remember home now. Whatever you are doing, remember home now. So, when you see, people don't understand. You may enjoy temporarily in Abuja, you may enjoy temporarily in Lagos, but one day, you come back home. And your people will ask you, how far? How far? You know, Tommy? Maybe so. You will ask him, are you back? How far? So, again, people, what will this party, APC, tell you again? You don't have any story to tell you again? You don't have any story to tell you again? Let them go on radio, let them go on reading, let them go on all those their private radio houses and pay money and to say PDP administration promised HA people this and they refuse to fulfill it. Let them go again. What have you not done for the people of HA? Tell me what have I promised and I have not done it? Is there anything I promised I have not done it? And that is what governance is supposed to be. Governance is all about your people, about the interest of your people, about telling them something and you fulfill it. We are not here for promises. We are not here for giving promises and making excuses. And that is why I have told all of you, APC has never been a political party. APC is an SPG. SPG is a special purpose vehicle. And no more APC. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more APC. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more APC. No more, no more, no more, no more APC. Happy day. A special purpose vehicle is where some businessmen come together for a purpose of achieving something. And when they have achieved that, it collapses. So APC has never been a political party. It is a special purpose vehicle. Where few of some Nigerian businessmen, in the guise of association, in the guise of political party, came together to see how they can defraud Nigeria. Having defrauded Nigeria, they are not satisfied and they have not dissolved. And that is why you see the crisis today in APC. Where if it was a political party, you would have known. But because they formed a special purpose vehicle to come and tell Nigerians lie, to come and defraud Nigeria, now they have finished. The agenda is over. Now they are all falling aside. But as a political party, PDP was founded since 1998, 99, up till now. Have you not seen how strong that PDP was every day? Even though we are not the ruling party today. But you can see, it is only party, it's the only party where their states are working every day, every month, every year. What you are seeing in the other party is business concern. You take this one, I take this one. Do you understand me? That's what you people say, hey, we're in car. Your baby car. You wanna be a So they're all struggling. Who becomes this? Who does not become this? They are not talking about the interest of Nigerians. 3 weeks ago, I told Nigerians that there is a conspiracy not to have a free, fair, transparent election in 2023. And my conspiracy was very clear. And I told Nigerians, Mr. President will not sign the Electoral Act amendment. Some people were saying no. the president has promised free and fair, transparent election, and therefore he was going to sign. I said, Mr. President, I know. This government, I know. This SPV, Special Purpose Vehicle, I know, will not allow Mr. President to sign it. Has it not happened? Has he signed it? And of course, I'm not disappointed because I know their modus operandi. I know their style. I know their strategy. They are saying because the National Assembly in the amendment had recommended direct primaries. And I said, look, that cannot be the problem. What the APC did in the meeting they had, that their problem is not necessarily direct primary. Their problem is the electronic transmission of results in 2023. And that if they allow that, but obviously, APC will lose the election in 2023. And they told themselves, the only way we can survive that is to include the direct primaries, so that Mr. President can use that as an excuse that he will not sign. And then they succeeded by smuggling in the direct primaries. And they started playing Nigerians as if the governors are quarreling with the members of the National Assembly from APC. And then the National Assembly said, this is Mr. President project. And the governors are saying, no, this is not Mr. President project. Playing the whole Nigerians wayo, deceiving Nigerians. Now, you realize under the PID bill, when they sent it to Mr. President signed and then went back to ask for an amendment. And that amendment was made within how many days by the National Assembly? If the direct primary was the problem, why would Mr. President not have assented to that deal, to that amendment, and then send it back for them to amend the direct primaries? All was just mere tricks, playing Nigerians tricks. An important issue as to show transparency in 2023 election, they have refused it. In 2018-2019, the National Assembly sent to Mr. President to assent where they had introduced the card reader. Mr. President was told by his party, if you assent to this, you will lose the election of 2019. Mr. President declined his assent to that because of card reader was introduced in that amendment. Now Nigerians have said, look, we want 2023 election to be transparent, and therefore to prove to us that you want to do a transparent election, let the result be transmitted electronically, so that people can have confidence that whoever that wins is really what the people said. And what they have decided to scuttle it is to use flimsy excuse of direct primary. What is direct primary? What is the business of anybody? It is political parties that can say, I want to go by this way, I want to go by that way. So why would that be? Why you use that to refuse to sign something that will give Nigeria confidence, something to make Nigeria that one of those committee of states in the country that have conducted a free, fair, transparent election. And I don't know why Nigerians are saying that, look, Mr. President did it for you. Mr. President has never told us anything and has done it. Tell me, is it the issue of security? Is it the issue of the economy? Which one have they promised that you can go home today to say that we are promised when we come into power We are going to solve the problem of insecurity. Is it what they said? $1 to a naira. Which one has this? Tell me the one. Is it the one to respect the judiciary? Which one have they done? And unfortunately, you don't have a National Assembly that has what it takes. Who will stand for the people? Who will say, look, we are elected by the people, and we want to give the people the best. You don't have it, nobody in the National Assembly, not even the leadership, can have what it takes to say, Mr. President, for the interest of Nigerians, we are going to veto this year season. Nobody. Not one. Yes, they can come after me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You will die the day God says you will die. When the time comes, you will die. You cannot stop it. If it is my time to die today, nothing can stop it. If it is tomorrow, nothing can stop it. And so, we must be able to tell Nigerians who do not know what is happening that you have been deceived enough. And therefore, the only weapon you have, the only gun you have, is to make sure the mistake you made in 2015 and 2019, do not repeat that mistake again. It's not by talking. I have told Nigerians, it's not by social media talk. It's not by appearing on Sunrise early morning. It's not by appearing in air politics today. But what is important, by 2023, every Nigerian will say, we have had enough, and we must punish you back for what you've done to us. And punishing them back is to say, APC, pack your load and do what? Go. This is my last period. I have 1 year, how many months to go? We are still flagging up project. I would have sat back in my home and said, look, what am I flagging up project for? But I know I have made promises to the people. How will I look into their eyes tomorrow? And they ask me, Mr. Governor, you told us before you leave, you will do Chokocho, you go the road. What will I tell you? I said, you know, I didn't know how things would be. Things became bad. Is that our character? No. Is that what we're known for? So we should know people who are serious. We should know people who are committed. This country has been set back 30 years. If you don't know what is happening, it's not a matter of joke. We have come here, we have said, who is the contractor? We say Setraco. Not so. They should name their own contractor. They should name their own what? Contractor. Setraco did Igrita to Chokocho. Not so. Setraco did Odufo. Not so. Setraco is doing Chokocho to Iwobi. Setraco did Chokocho to Osusu. Not so. Afra Nihi. Nobody spirit. Not so. Come, who are these people to rival us? What is their mother's name? What is their father's name? If you didn't dare, what is their Paragaba? So on this note, let me invite my brother, not to keep him long, to come and talk to his people, the J ethnic nationality. I know that this road, Imo State people will not allow us to enjoy. They will be passing here now. I would have told the governor there to bring part of the money since he belongs to the ruling party. But he won't bring. So let me solve the problem for them. Did you understand me? But we must also check criminals that will come from that area. Do you understand me? Because I hear that place is not the way anybody can stay. So people are moving in to the state now, to our river state, where there is peace. You know me so? You know, I used to tell them, when they were trying to declare a state of emergency in River State, when some governors of APC in the north, Mr. President, River State is a killer state. Mr. President, River State is insecure. Mr. President, River State is a no-go area. Mr. President, let all the LOCs go. And I told them, if we don't serve the living God, if it is not the living God we serve, if the state has not been handed over to God, let their prayers come true. Today, what is happening? Every day in Kaduna, 40-something dead. Every other day, 30-something died. Every other day, 50 died. Is that the situation here? No. Is that the situation here? No. Are you not seeing that God is in charge? Are you not seeing that God has taken over this state? When you touch God's anointed, you suffer for it. We can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around. Yeah, we can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around. All the conspiracy against River State has all fell back to them. It's a boomerang on them. Now they cannot sleep well. We can sleep well. As they pain them, as they pain them, you go to feed us. As they feed us, you go to pain them. As they pain them, you go to feed us. As they feed us, you go to pain them. As they pain them, you go to feed us. As they feed us, you go to pain them. As they pain them, you go to feed us. As they feed us, you go to pain them. As they pain them, you go to feed us. As in the freedom, you will be better. So that is the way it's supposed to be. When there's a problem in one state, that state is part of this country. You must also show commitment and responsibility. Don't say because that state belongs to the other party. Don't say because the man in that state, you don't like his face. Even if you don't like his face, but for the interest of the people, but for the economic interest that it gives to the entire nation, you must show commitment to them. You cannot say, forget River State, let them suffer it, and you are trying to declare state of emergency. Now, the period has come when they should declare state of emergency. Mr. Governor, come and talk to us, and God bless you. You are the Lord, that is your name. You will never share your glory with any man. You will never share your glory with anybody. Almighty God, that is your name, Lord. You are the Lord, that is your name. You will never share your glory with any man. You will never share your glory with anybody. Almighty God, that is your name.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Nyesom Ezewowike, the Executive Governor of River State, the Deputy Governor, the Speaker, River State House of Assembly. Let me Well, let me also recognize the chairman of PDP in Rivers State, because there's a long list of protocol. Let me stand on the protocol as established by my brother, the governor of Rivers State. Well, we're in Eche, and I was asking, so how do I greet my people? And now I can learn from him. Nde Eche, Chikao! Nde Eche, Chikao! Well, let me start by appreciating my brother, Governor Nyesom Wike, for the honor of having me here again for this flag off. Just our own Christmas carol before I came. So I'll use the opportunity to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a happy and rewarding year 2022. Well, my brother said this is a federal road, but the people flying this road, are they federal people? They are our local people. And he is doing the road. I'm sure one thing he didn't tell you is that the federal road is supposed to be paid for by the federal government. We have the same experience in Oyo State. We went to them. I flagged the road off about 3 or 4 days ago, a federal road. We went to them, and they said to us that, well, you can fix the road, but we will not refund you the money. I'm sure they must have said the same thing to him. But we said, okay, it's our people that will fly this road. Also, it is a known fact that if the records are kept, and I'm sure they are keeping the records for this road, who knows, by 2023 we may be paying the money back by ourselves. Because my brother already said it. In summary, if you didn't know, so let it be on record that today, and you know 2022 is the year before 2023, but certain things will happen in 2022. 2022 is the year that all political parties will choose their candidates. They will choose the candidate that will fly the flag of the party. So 2022 is very significant. And this is almost about 2 weeks to end 2021. So let it be on record that here today in Eche, and I, as an engineer, had worked at Otamiri Flow Station before, so I know this area. Development is not being concentrated in Port Harcourt alone. Rivers State is being linked together, and you're creating an economic corridor for the entire state. So I will say, thank you, Mr. Project. It's not for fun that they call you Mr. Project. It is because you are a visionary leader. I say to people, because we are learning with what we are seeing in Rivers State, I said to them that even if you go to a place like Washington, D.C. in America, from Washington, about 3 states is being lumped together as an economic corridor. From Washington, you can go to Baltimore, which is another state of Maryland. You can go to Delaware. You can also go to Virginia. All of those states are linked together as economic corridor. This is the vision for Nigeria. All our economies should be integrated, and there's no better way to show it by even development throughout a state. And this is the example we're seeing from Rivers State. So on this note, I want to, well, we're jealous a little bit with Rivers State, but of course, a part of me is also from here. So I'm also from here. So the jealousy is not skin deep, it's just on the surface, because I'm also part of the enjoyment of the good things happening in Rivers State. So to the glory of God and for the benefit of the people of Rivers State, the people of Imo State, and indeed to Nigeria, I will move to go flag off this 27.1 kilometer Chokocho to Igodo road project. Thank you, and God bless you all.
near this place. Yeah.